Welcome to Malvern Books. We are so excited. We have a great lineup of readers for you tonight. We are here to celebrate Edward Vidaurre's new book titled Jazz House. Beautiful book here. We do have copies over there on the big table. We have some other great readers for you tonight as well. And I'm going to go ahead and get us started off with García Ordaz. This is his book that we are also carrying over on the big table. Get you a little bit of a taste of his bio here. Daniel is the founder of Rio Grande Valley International Poetry Festival and the author of You Know What I'm Saying. His focus is on the power of language, which he celebrates in his writings and talks. He's a teacher and writer and an emerging voice in American, Mexican-American, Chicano, and Latino poetry. His work has appeared in numerous literary journals, academic collections, and anthologies. Welcome, Daniel.
Thanks, everybody. Let's see here. Well, thank you, Malvern Books. Thank you, Fernando and Claire. And hey, Eddie, we're going to Photoshop you into the group shot. So we're good. And thank you to everyone for coming out once again. Max, thanks for coming out. It's my big brother's name, so very cool. Lisa, thank you very much. Eric, what's up, man? So it's nice to see some Valley folks, some San Antonio folks, some Austin folks, and who's not from Texas? Anyone? Oh, you're all from Texas now, right? Either way. Well, this book is You Know What I'm Saying, and the name of this poem is You Know What I'm Saying. The spoken word is not like a password that you type. It's kind of, well, a little more like hype. You know what I'm saying? It's like something that you heard walking down the street. It's like something people say as they pass along the way. It's like the way people talk and stuff. It's like what makes them tick. Like those people who talk with their pens and they click and click and click, and it really makes me sick. You can't concentrate like that, and you really can't attract as many flies. Not like you can with words that flow sweet, like honey. It's just annoying as heck. Like when people cut the deck too many times during a game of poker. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I mean, what the heck is that about? Excuse my language, Lord. I don't mean to scream and shout. If you really have a doubt about the dealer, kick him out. Don't sit around and pout. You're making everybody wait, making everybody late. The best part of a game of poker ain't about finding the joker. It's about finding the joke as you sit around and poke fun at each one of your friends, because the conversation lends itself to laughter and to cheer. Perhaps you'll share a beer if you're over 21, or a smoke. It don't matter if you're broke. You belong, and you're able to share about the things that you care about and think. It's a chain, and you're a link, so you have another drink and you toast, and someone like to boast about the courage that they had when they thought that it was bad, and they went up to a pretty girl across the room, and they made her start to swoon just with words, using some old tired line. Baby, you're looking fine. I just thought I'd, take a little time and maybe drop a little rhyme, maybe ask you out to dine. Girl, just let yourself in line. I got leather seats. I wear size 13 cleats, and you know what they say about a guy who's got big feet? The spoken words about passion and silliness and truth. It's about getting to the root of what's inside. It's about showing all the things you hide out loud to a pretty girl across the room, to a priest, or to a crowd. It's about saying what you feel and not letting people steal your thunder. It's about saying it first and saying it proud. It don't matter if you blunder. The spoken word is using whatever. It's psh, and this internet's taking forever. This is the taco and burrito conversation, nachos. It's a street jive, it's a cool vibe, it's a Saturday Night Live. And where were you when you heard that famous spoken word in an apparent terrorist attack on our country? And December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, is another we'll remember. And down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier from an uppercut. It's, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn to Miss Who's He What. That's one small step for man by an astronaut, and the president was killed today in Dallas by a gunshot. And I Have a Dream by Martin Luther King in Washington, or at an Alabama bus stop, preaching to the masses not for now. You see, it was a spoken word that Moses heard in the burning bush that made him push to the Pharaoh and the gentry for Freedom Elementary, that brought the plagues and freed the slaves of wander days through desert ways, and the good book says, well, I don't want to step on toes, and y'all know how the story goes. Of course, that's a poem called The Written Word, but that's another poem I've heard, and that to me is spoken word. You know what I'm saying? The collection that is new, that's out with Flower Song Books, that's here featured today. And thank you, Edward, for sharing the stage with us. Appreciate you. The collection is called Sensontle/Mockingbird. So that's the Aztec name for a mockingbird, and it's about empowerment, songs of empowerment. The collection is divided into different song categories, if you will. Songs of mourning, songs of silliness, songs of anger, just a little bit of everything. And so the reason for the mockingbird motif is basically, the word mocking or mimicking is like, has that negative connotation perhaps, but I'm talking about like the positive connotation of the beauty of a mockingbird, but also the idea of, like, we tell people like to walk a mile in somebody's shoes, to get to know them. This is sort of a tool for that I put together to kind of speak a mile in someone else's voice, if you will. So as you saw even from the previous poem, it's something that I write about as the power of language, and hope you enjoy this. This is a poem that I wrote for Maya Angelou, and it goes a little something like this. This is called Sensontle. And what makes a mockingbird special anyway? Why, it's the trill from her tongue, the cry from her lungs, the sway of her lips. It's her dusty, rusty, crusty cries, the trail of tears in her eyes, on sheet music playing, floating and swaying, to the beaten waylaying, saxophoneing, assaulted, accosted, bushwhacked and busted, cracked open, bruised, banged and accused, flat broken, terror bespoken, a token of surviving, of thriving, of juke joint jump jiving, of death cheating daily through unwanting wailing. Why, a mockingbird's got diamonds at the soles of her blues, whiplash back beats at the edge of her grooves, croons of healing above the strange fluted plains of grieving. She lets loose veracity with chirps still rising at the edge of a knockabout life, trouble and toil, beatbox embroiled, deplumed, defaced, ignored, encased, caged and debased because of the color of her skin. But as the din fades and the cool of the eve rolls in, there she stands, chest puffed and proud, unbowed, loud, endowed with the power of flight under the big dip of night, echoing the ancient even cry of a lioness, defending her pride in that sweet mother tongue. I rise up and Adam, I shall not be moved today. The mockingbird sings what the heart cannot pray. The mockingbird sings what the heart cannot pray. Thank you. Essentially, the book is dedicated to Maya Angelou and Gloria Anzaldúa, and thanks for sharing about the festival earlier, Miss Chingona Fest. So that's an annual event, right?
Yes.
You were saying. So I dedicated this book to those two Chingonas that I know that influenced me, and so it's not just my gift to them, if you will, but also their gift to me in the sense that these are also not just dedicated to them, but inspired by them. This one's something I wrote for Gloria Anzaldúa, Our Serpent Tongue. Your Pedro infanticide stops here. There shall be no mending of the fence. You set this bridge called my backyard ablaze with patriation, division, labelization, fronterization, y otras pendejadas de alienization. Yo soy tejano, Mexico-americano, chicano, chingado, pagano, cristiano, pelado, fregado. I flick the slit at the tip of my tongue con orgullo, knowing que when a fork drops, es que ahí viene visita. A woman is coming, a woman with cunning. A woman sin hombre with a forked tongue is running her mouth, hocicona, fregona. A serpent tongue chingona with linguistic cunning, a cunning linguist turning her broken token of your colonization to healing. Y para decirte la verdad, you are not my equal. You cannot speak like me. You will not speak for me. My dreams are not your dreams. My voice is not your voice. You yell, oh dear Lord, in your dreams. I scream, a la chingada, in my nightmares. Your better infante side stops here. There shall be no mending of the fence. Still a kind of a new book, so I'm still getting used to the page numbers, but I'll do two more, I think. Is that about right? Just bring the cane and throw your phone at me and stuff. I'll see what I can do here. This is called En La Pulga. I've seen some of you there. It's a flea market, swap meet, whatever y'all call them. I don't know. What do they call it around here? What does Austin call them? What's that? Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. La Pulga. A new pair of sneakers, the latest full features, the parking's free, ya vente. A 94 Nissan, pero sin transmission, your Tio Frank can fix it. St. Patrick's Day lights, some Clinton Gore kites, a wristwatch television. En La Pulga se halla, se compra, se vende lo que pide la gente. Aquí tienen Legos, carritos y juegos. I wanna aspiro, papá. Aguacates, nopales, te llenan morrales con fruits y vegetales. Llantas pa' tus trailers, los domingos hay bailes, te ponen windshield wipers. En La Pulga se halla, se compra, se vende lo que pide la gente. Gritos are welcome. This next stanza talks about coronas, but it's not the beer, it's a funeral wreath. FYI. Yo quiero gorditas, arroz y carnitas, frijoles a la charra. Taquitos al gusto, te curan del susto, the lady does sobadas. Un hot dog con todo, si me muero ni modo, también venden coronas. En La Pulga se halla, se compra, se vende lo que pide la gente. Can, can. So, the book is divided into different song categories, if you will, songs of praise, songs of inner beauty, songs of innocence and experience, that sort of thing, a little play on the old poets there. And this is a time for mourning. Time heals no wounds. Pain never dies. Time flies and with it pain little by little subsides, but there's no expiration date on pain and there's no term limit on mourning, period. It's not easy letting go and it's absolutely not required. Even when your heart is broken, the sun will rise, beautiful and pink and orange and purple and warm, but the grief is not retired. Morning leads to morning as morning leads to morning, and the pain you thought was not will come back without warning. You'll cry for the moment, you'll cry for the memories. Sadness will hit you in unexpected places, on unexpected days. On days when the sun is shining and when clouds fill the sky. In the third inning of a baseball game and at halftime during football season. When your son holds your hand in a parking lot, or when your daughter goes off to college. Time heals no wounds. Pain never dies. Time flies and with it, pain little by little subsides. Thank you. And this last poem is from my other first book. It's called Literary Seance. And I want to dedicate it to librarians and teachers and siblings who read to their younger brothers and sisters and parents who read to their kids. So important. If you want to change the world, read to your kids. So this is called Literary Seance. You don't have to die to speak with the dead. Read instead. Thank you.